You're watching UAE versus Park Place. Enjoy live on Kauri TV.
Well, hello, good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Lawns 2 for the conclusion of League A. And it's a game we've all been waiting for. We've got UAE versus Park Place. We welcome everybody on Kauri TV. This is, of course, a Polo Line TV production going out on the live stream. We've got plenty here in the flesh. The whole of the field surrounded. Anticipation, of course, over this game. What a delicious game this is going to be. Facundo Pieris there on our monitor, sitting in the Park Place tent. Pensive moments there. Facu gathering his thoughts. There's Hilario. Changes, of course, to Park Place with injuries to Harper and Matt Perry. More about the lineup, but of course, Hilario will show up, playing in the number 3 shirt today for Park Place. And there's a young man playing in the number 2 shirt. Big afternoon here for Rufino Merlos. Slightly cold and wintry day here in West Sussex, but I can guarantee you that the polo is going to be hot. Umpires are out there ready. 2 mounted umpires on the field. Look like Mr. Peter Wright and Mr. Ben Turner. Let's have a look at the runners and riders. Playing at number 1 for the UAE, replacing Her Highness Sheikha Meta, is Kaylee Maria Smith of a 0-goal handicap. At 2, Lucas Monteverde Hijo of a 6 goals. At 3, Barto Castagnola playing off 9 goals. And at the back, the unmistakable figure of Tommy Beresford. Their opponents coming out in the blue shirts, Park Place. Andre Borodin takes the number 1 shirt. At 2, the young Rufino Merlos of a 2-goal handicap. And then the first of 2 10-goal players for Park Place, Hilario Shoa, who's come from Park Place Vara, who are already knocked out of this competition. And he is joining Facundo Pieris to complete the Park Place team. Facundo playing at 4 with the captain's armband just going down the field there. Those are our 2 umpires, Ben Turner and Peter Wright. They're the boys on the pony, and they're backed up by Mr. Jason Dixon, who's up in the scissor lift and got the benefit of the VAR replay. Of course, all the umpires mic'd up with each other, looking to get every decision right here. And well, it could be a final, couldn't it? What an absolute delight for us here to witness these 2 teams. And it's only a league game. The conclusion of League A. I can tell you the progression of these 2 teams. They've both played 3, won 2 and lost 1. That's why this match is so important. UAE beat Black Bears 12 goals to 7. They then turned over Monterosso 12 goals to 8, but they lost to King Power and a nail-biter 12-11. And Park Place with a convincing win over King Power, well, 12-10, convincing enough. They beat Black Bears 11-8, but then they lost mysteriously to Monterosso 15-7. Played 3, won 2, lost 1, both teams. And both teams looking to go into the quarterfinals here with a victory. Whoever comes second in this match, well, their destiny is in the lap of the Polo gods, because they're going to have to wait and see what happens between Black Bears later on in our final match of the day. And that will determine whether they will get through or not. La Magdalena through into the quarters. as we look at some of the ponies coming up. Hilario Shoa coming out on Tromba, and Facundo Pieres starting on Cristal. Lovely addition that. The ponies coming across the bottom of the screen there. Sponsored by Catalina. For UAE, Kaylee is riding Mercury in the first chukker. Luquin Monteverde comes out on Lady, lovely mare. Bartolome Castagnola starts on Federico. And Tommy Beresford, Campesino. There's a bit of hustle and bustle on the far side of the field. Looks like it's going to be Ben Turner to get these players underway. The winner goes straight into a quarter-final. And the ball's in play. Possession is up for grabs. And it's Park Place who are on the march here. And Facundo Pieres showing his class early doors. Facu escaping from the pack, goes hard at that. Back in defence here goes Tommy Beresford. And Tommy will just let that ball trickle back towards the back line. He's going to be forced to play it. No, he's not. Nicely judged there by Tommy. And the ball just trickles over the back line. And possession will go back to UAE. Beresford takes a tap. Barto is left and then breaking right. Tommy deciding to put the hammer down and try and retain possession himself. Taking a bump there, and he's left the ball for his teammate. Barto goes down the centre out towards Luquin. Luquin trying to drop in on top of the line there, but he was right out in front of Hilario Shoa. The umpires didn't like it. There's the replay for the benefit of all of our TV viewers. It's going to be a penalty 5 spot hit in favour of the Blues, and they're just inside enemy territory. Borodin having a chat there with Ulloa. Ulloa sends his number 1 forward. Here comes Facu. Pieres breaking right there as Ulloa's gone for the short cut shot pass. And he will be the recipient of that pass from Facundo Pieres. Big ride-off coming in there from Beresford on Ulloa. Still going here is Hilario. And good work there from Luquin. And Luquin has stolen the ball and released Beresford on the far side of the field. Merlos. Oh, look at the composure here. Super stuff. Doesn't want to overdo it. He's done superbly well. Found a tail backhander out towards the far side. Castagnola. Barto. Been told to get on with it, so he's just going to try and nudge that through the traffic and get away from his man. It was Pieres who's coming back here at Castagnola. Castagnola launches that one long. It looks like it's gone a long way. Borodin back in defence here, goes for the backhander. Whoa! Tommy Beresford was well positioned. And a bit of desperate defence there from Merlos has drawn the umpire's whistle. It's a penalty 2. And Tommy Beresford is not going to miss from there, ladies and gentlemen. He circles around and crunches that one through. And in doing so, he opens up the scoring here. UAE go a goal to the good. We're back in play, far side of the field. Good work from Beresford in defence, getting the measure of the treasure and getting the ball away from Facundo Pieres. Pumped forward there by Barto. Here comes Luquin Monteverde on Lady. Luquin, little flick there on the near side. He's done well to recover from that. He's being tracked here by Hilario. Barto. Castagnola and Pieris come together, and it is Facundo Pieris who gets man and ball and then crunches that one downfield and tries to release Merlos. Hilario comes across to that. Whoa. Well, that was close. A little stumble there from the pony of Luquin Monteverde. That was Lady coming through at pace. Hilario tried to straighten up on that on the near side, and, well, it was a close one. Tommy Beresford has gone down to change, so too has Luquin. It's going to be a penalty from the centre of the field here, a 5B in favour of UAE. Luquin Monteverde comes across there and has a chat with his neighbour from Cañuelas. Barto conducting things here for UAE. The ball's left here for Tommy. Beresford with the tap. And another. Merlos comes across here to Beresford. Tommy may fancy his chances here. He's left it here for Barto. And Castagnola has gone out to the right-hand side and found a little pocket of space. It's Barto Castagnola, big ride-off coming in there. But he's still going. Castagnola leaves it for Beresford, who opens up. That one's taken a deflection and gone ballooning up in the air, and it's nicely met and dealt with in defence here by Facundo Pieris. Ushoa. Pieris. I think we have a broken ball. Very unusual. We have a broken ball. You can see clearly there Peter Wright throwing that one away. And clear possession blue will be the call. They'll get the ball back here. They're about 20 yards from their own goal. And the ball is dropped here. Brought back into play. Park Place. Whoa, a miscontrol there and a miscommunication, shall I say, and the ball was left there for Facu by Ulshoa, and look at this, an absolute gift. It's Monteverde who says thank you very much. Well, extraordinary stuff. They both nipped off, changed, came back on, and it was a complete communication meltdown. We're back in play. Merlos canes that one out to the right-hand side. Roridan is there, but he's been tagged and tracked by Cayley Smith. Ball's left here for Beresford. Tommy now gets away from Facundo Pieris. Picks up the bouncing ball. Done well. Merlos is there. Straightens up nicely and takes the ball forward back towards his own goal and then opens up a backhander. Superb stuff there from Rufino Merlos. Returned by Luquin Monteverde. Hilario. Not the backhander he was looking for, but it's worked very well here for Park Place because Facundo was able to meet that head-to-head, and he's found a little bit of space here on the far side of the field. Pieris on the chestnut, up over the halfway line, being tracked here by Tommy Beresford, who's coming back hard in defence for UAE, but it's punched long, and Barto was waiting for that. Castagnola tickles it around the corner, escapes the attentions of Merlos, and then looks up, decides to bring it forward himself. Castagnola flicks it away from the challenge of Rufino Merlos. Flicks it out behind his pony and then finds another bit of space. Still Barto, taking his time. Merlos hunting him down, but Castagnola is equal to it, and he's found some space by tucking that one behind the pony of Merlos and then opening up. He's up over the halfway line. Here comes Bartolome Castagnola going past Vorodin, and well, he's over the top of it. He's got support here. It's Tommy Beresford and then Luquin Monteverde. Monteverde will come in and look for the cut shot. It's Luquin working this one around the corner. Luquin Monteverde looking for another one for UAE. Oh yes, beautifully done by the kid from Cañuelas. Well, it was a patient attack, wasn't it? Really patient by Barto, who had plenty of time in the end to get that up over the halfway line as he came through a cluster of players. Beresford got involved on the near side, but then he blocked Facundo Pieris as he sensed that Monteverde was well positioned, and Luquin came through and got the job done. Here he is from the throw-in. Tail backhander from Luquin trying to release Barto on the far side of the field. Ulshoa back in defence here for Park Place. It's all come to a bit of a grinding halt. Who's got it? The Blues have got it. nudge forward. And then a little flick back towards Pieris. Nicely worked there by Ulshoa. Good little interchange between the two 10-goal players for Park Place. And it's Fakul who opens up and drives it long. Back in defence, here goes Monteverde. But look at the pace here and the momentum from Ulshoa. Massive ride-off coming in. Monteverde's done brilliantly. Took the contact and got the ball. And that one's been reversed back towards him, but he'll leave it here for Barto. Will he? No, he'll tickle it forward himself. Monteverde thought about that little tap back towards Barto, but in the end, that's a nice pass, and Castagnola will come through and be able to play this on the offside, and Castagnola is flying around the outside of Borodin. Scrambling back in defence, here comes Merlos. Castagnola goes for the cut shot. Oh, look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I can tell you that we're in the perfect position to see how much that ball bent, and he just fed that in. Cut it back towards goal. A brilliant goal by Barto Castagnola to end a scintillating first chukker. And what a chukker it's been for the white shirts of UAE. Blistering start, 4-0.
Playing against Monterosso, it was obviously really, really tough. We started and it's, everyone has everything to lose. So both teams came out really, really hard. Yeah, they're a great side, and luckily we managed to come out with the win. It was tough. I feel it's an incredible feeling. Obviously, we're nowhere near done yet. There's another 2 really tough games that are coming up, but obviously after a win you feel amazing. We had the first win against Black Bears, which was also ridiculously tough, and this was also tough, but coming off of the pitch with a win, there's no better feeling. Playing as a sub for Matha is incredible. I've been here for the last year. I've been able to be with the team for the last year, and I've learned so much. I feel so lucky to be in a position like this, and just learning so much. And it's not something that happens to everyone. At the minute, I'm not playing any of the ladies. I'm just focusing on this. Obviously, Matha's not playing the ladies, but I'm gonna stay focusing on this until Matha's back on. And they have another substitute for the ladies team, so we can both focus on each team separately.
You're watching UAE versus Park Place. Enjoy it live on Kaudri TV.
Well, welcome back everybody on the live stream. Welcome back to Lawns 2 here in West Sussex. And, well, slightly speechless after that start by UAE. Absolutely extraordinary the way they've come out. And they have completely blitzed Park Place in the first chukker and find themselves 4 goals ahead. Not the start we were expecting. Certainly not the start that Park Place were expecting, and they've got themselves a mountain to climb despite the fact that we're only about to start the second chukker. Still, they've had a chance to go off, dust themselves down and rethink some tactical situations, I would have thought. And let's see what they can do to try and change things here for the start of the second. Andre Borodin coming out on open movie. Hilario is riding Nikita. And Facundo Pieris Umpunchao. Ball's back in play. And it is, look at that leaning ride-off coming in from Ulshoa. Working his socks off, but a miscontrol there as he tried to tickle that forward. Kaylee Smith doesn't get much on that, but she's got some support here from Barto. Barto hooked out of it there by Merlos. Reaching out and leaving the ball behind was Monteverde, and it's a loud blast from the umpire's whistle. A couple of miscontrols there. Oh. It's Kaylee Smith who collided there with the Park Place player. And the blue player coming across. And There was a collision. The umpire's having a good chat about this. Facundo Pieris coming over to the umpires to ask about that decision, which of course he's entitled to do. He is the captain. As long as he asks in the right manner. And I have to say, looking at the replay, it did look like Kelly Smith was following the traffic, following the line of the ball, and there was a blue player that came straight across in front of her and caused all of the danger. It's a penalty for, 60-yard hit, and a chance for 5-0 here for Tommy Beresford. Well, you can see there on the replay that Kelly Smith didn't do an awful lot wrong, did she? And as a result, she's earned her team an opportunity here to extend their lead. Here comes Tommy, a long man coming off a long run up. Couple of practice swings. Really difficult day for penalty taking, I would have thought, especially down into that breeze, and he's gone a little bit hard at that and tugged it out to the left. The chance is gone. Facundo, sigh of relief here from Pieris. Need to get something going here, Park Place. They need to score next and get some momentum. Still plenty of time in the game, of course, but they don't want to go 5-0 down. Ulloa. And another little collision, this time Ulloa trying to dance behind Barto Castagnola, who was in contact with Merlos. I'm not sure if Barto had anywhere else to go. And it is indeed another penalty to the Whites. And this time it's even closer. It's a 30-yard attempt. And it will be Beresford again from the spot. Tommy, it's low, it's hard, it's straight, and they can't stop it. It is 5-0. Park Place, of course, the holders of the Gold Cup, having been victorious last year. Pieris punching that one downfield. It's hit a divot and slowed it right down. Beresford will go near side, launches that beautiful near side backhander of his. What a weapon that is. Big bump there between Barto and Facu. Pieris trying to work the ball past Castagnola, and he's done well here. Pieris found a little bit of space there, puts the brakes on. Monteverde goes flying straight by. Still Pieris. It's slow, it's methodical. The shooting chance has opened up and he's gone for it. Surely not. Wow. Well, what a way to open up your account. Just shows you how difficult it's been to breach this UAE defence thus far for Park Place. And Facundo Pieris has come up with an absolute peach. It's 5-1. Ball's back in play. Can the Blues get something going? They need another goal here. They need to get some momentum and some pressure. And it's Pieris who's gone past the challenge of Castagnola. What are his options? Ulloa, not sure whether to stick or twist. He's thinking about coming in and blocking Monteverde. And in the end, he's just tucked in behind. And Facundo has got his stick raised. Barto was there, and so too was the whistle. So Park Place with a lovely long-range angle goal, and that's going to be backed up by a 40-yard penalty here. And they just starting to get something going. So Pieris has teed the ball up. Ulloa is changing. He'll be back on side now. And Facundo coming in for this 40. Very, very windy. Beresford comes out. Pieris goes high and he goes straight enough. The flag is raised. The goal is good. And Park Place are on the march here. They've cut the gap. It's 5 goals to 2. Clash of sticks. Monteverdi, little flick back pass there for Barto, but Barto's been crunched out of the way here by Facundo Pieris, who certainly has joined the party, hasn't he, in this second chukker. Facu looking like he's really up for this. Goes across the field. The umpire takes evasive action as Pieris comes around the corner and gets away from Castagnola. Pieris showing us his skill and class out of the air. Round the corner, he's got Monteverdi to beat, switches to the near side. Oh, and he's got the jump here on Luquin. It's Facundo Pieris looking to try and get this one back towards goal. Just eases that bay pony back to him. And, well, Kelly Smith went flying through there, but it's still Facundo Pieris coming around the houses. Got some support there from his teammate Ulloa, who took the man out, but that little flick back pass was intended for his teammate, and it's landed into the lap of Castagnola. Backed up here by Beresford. Nice turn by Ulloa. Ulloa now working this one downfield and towards goal. It's grubby, but they won't care if they can convert. And another whistle as the challenge came in on Hilario. Well, there is Ulloa with the ball. And that challenge from Barto. Did he run over the ball there, Barto? I think he might have done. So it is a penalty 2. 30-yard attempt. They would have been offered the spot, but they've chosen the 30. They've come a little bit further back to get the angle a bit straighter. And it's Facundo Pieris looking to go 5-3. Well, the pony was sideways, wasn't she, for much of that approach, but then she straightened up and he set himself and he's whacked it through. And he's cut the gap. They trail by just 2. Yeah, she was a little bit complicated coming in. Didn't look that comfy, but then she straightened right up. And in the end, she made it quite easy for Pieris. We're back in play. Barto. Working this one downfield. Kelly Smith goes down. Well, there was a little clip, wasn't there? Castagnola has the ball. Kelly Smith comes through. And there was a little clip there. The umpires are going to have a chat about this one. They've gone upstairs. They've gone to the replay. In fact, they've gone to the far side of the field to have a chat. Luquin Monteverdi just being sent away. Well, it was Hilario and Kelly Smith who came together. It was off the ball. Kelly going downfield and forward for potentially a block or a pass. And Ulloa trying to put the brakes on and get across to the ball carrier. And they're having a really good discussion about this with Jason Dixon, who's in the scissor lift here to my left. Jason's had a look at the replay a couple of times, and he's told the on-field umpires what he's seen. And the decision has gone against the Whites. So Park Place will be marched down to the penalty 4 marker. The ball is dropped at the feet of Facundo Pieris. And after an awful start by the Blues, if he can pop this one through, they're right back in touch. Facundo into that cross breeze. He's got the height. Contact looks good as he pushed it right. No, he hasn't. He's got it. He's smashed it through. Great penalty in difficult circumstances. And, well, Lukin thinks that it's wide. But the goal judge and the umpires think otherwise, and the goal has been awarded. And Pieris has scored the last 4 goals in the match. And he has dragged Park Place back into this contest. Monteverde from the throw-in. Lukin escaping from Facundo Pieris. Looks up. What are his options? He's going to keep the ball here. He's got Tommy Beresford tucked in behind. Takes the contact there from Ulshoa. And then goes out to the left. And he's lost to Hilario Ulshoa. Lovely skills here from Lukin Monteverde. But he's gone a little bit straight with that intended next shot. And he's down in the corner. Centres it. Oh, look at that. He's found Barto Castagnola. Castagnola comes through and evades Borodin. Can he get the little flick towards goal? Barto. Whistle. Well, it was a bit of a miss-hit from Monteverde that sent him down into the corner. But the tail backhand had got through the traffic. And it found Castagnola. And the Whites have been offered a spot or 30 here. And they've taken the 30. So, Tommy Beresford teeing the ball up here. And he'll be looking to get this one through the posts to stop the rot for UAE and to restore some order. Tommy fizzes it low and hard, and it's straight enough. The flag is waved, the goal is good, and the score is 6-4. Just over a minute remaining here in the second. This fascinating contest. Castagnola escapes with the ball. Monteverde comes in, tries to do some clear out work there on Facundo Pieris, and he's provided a little bit of space here for Barto, and Barto is going to utilise that space, and he's running down towards goal. Still Pieris blocked out of it here by Monteverde, and a whistle as Ulshoa and Tommy Beresford were parked in the way, and did Ulshoa push Tommy into that channel? That's what they've decided, and it's another penalty too here, and a chance for UAE to go 7-4. Just 50 seconds on the clock here. Tommy with a practice swing. Very good dead ball striker. It's low, it's hard, and it's straight through the middle, folks. 7-4. Clock ticks down inside the last 30 seconds until the first hooter of this second chukker. Ball's back in play. Ulshoa reaching out. The Blues have got possession here. Hilario. And a challenge from Barto looks a little bit agricultural. He came in on the near side. Did he straighten up enough? Or did someone change the line? Difficult to see from here. The umpires are going to have a check. Or was there a line change from Ulshoa? Well, Barto Castagnola came in on the near side. He's on the dark bait. He challenged, and from this angle, it looked like he might have fouled, but there was a slight line change from Ulshoa, who dragged his horse back into Castagnola, and the penalty's gone in favour of the whites. Tommy takes a tap. Can they get another one here before the end of the second? Beresford up over the halfway line and into enemy territory. Decides to try and put the hammer down and go past Merlos. Leaves the ball here for Castagnola. 30 seconds remaining here in the second as Castagnola is challenged there by Merlos, who's done a really good job. And he's got the ball to, well, Facul, but Facul couldn't get away. He's left it behind. A miscontrol there from Luqui Monteverde, and Pieris is back in play. Castagnola flying through for the steal, but Pieris was wise to it and waiting for that, and he just nudged the ball away from Barto, and now he puts the hammer down, and he's absolutely hooned past Monteverde, but not Beresford. Beresford open backhander out towards Luqin. Barto is going down for the pass. Is there enough time here for the whites? No, there isn't, because the second hooter has gone, as Luqin Monteverde did a show and go and got past Ulshoa, but the clock has beaten him, and it is officially the end of the second chukker here, ladies and gentlemen, in this incredible encounter between UAE and Park Place. And at the break, it's 7-4 to the whites.
You're watching UAE versus Park Place. Enjoy it live on Kaudri TV.
Well, welcome back everybody on our live stream through Cowdrey TV and Polo Line TV channels. This one going out to thousands of polo enthusiasts around the globe, live and direct from West Sussex. This is where it's at. What an incredible game this has been thus far. Currently 7-4. UAE racing off into a handsome lead. But a good second chukker from Park Place. Despite conceding a couple of late goals, they've got some momentum, they've got something on the scoreboard. So it's going to be a roll in from the centre of the field. No foul, just the second bell bringing Luquin Monteverdi's attack to a halt. As we look at the horses going through the bottom of the shot. Barto riding Sola and Tommy Beresford out on Kenya. Kenya coming out of Andrea Vianini's breeding, La Concepcion in Lobos. That one's been punched forward here by Rufino Merlos. Merlos is going away from Kaylee Smith, and Beresford will have to get back on terms. Kenya gets the job done. Goal shot coming in from Fakul. Oh, he's missed it. Just sliding past the right-hand post. So Tommy Beresford with a restart here for the Whites. Takes a tap and then goes long and hard out towards Barto, who's coming through with some momentum on Sola. Barto crunches it long. It's long. Is it going to stay in play? Just rode the top of the boards and popped out. Unlucky for Bartolome Catagnola, and possession will go back to Park Place here. Just about on their own 60-yard line. 8-second count from the umpire. Ball is dropped down. Here comes Facundo Pieris. Couple of taps. Monteverdi comes across here to try and force Facundo into a mistake, and as Luquin dived in to try and get the ball, Hilario Shoa was well positioned and he may well have fouled the second man. And there you have it on the replay, clear as day. They march their way downfield. The ball's been plonked down on the 60-yard line. Well, to say that penalty conditions are challenging today would be an understatement. Wind seems to be, if anything, getting worse. And those flags just starting to go across the field a bit more. Facundo certainly not put him off on that last attempt at the other end of the field, and he needs another good one here. Pieris from 60 looks good as he got it. Oh, he's absolutely tonked it. Huge hit from Facundo Pieris into the wind and down the bank and into the rhododendrons at the bottom of the hill. And he's converted for Park Place here. Just what they needed here, early doors in the third. So the difference is 2. And the Blues have it again. Hilario from the back of the pack. Tommy well positioned here on Kenya. Goes near side. And that's a short but sweet pass. Don't think he got all of that. If he intended it, it was absolutely inch perfect. Straight onto the stick of Castagnola. Andre Borodin is back in defence, but Luquin Monteverdi is in control here. It's Luquin running this one down towards goal. Can he get past the last line of defence? Monteverdi, it's going, gone. Well, Borodin did very well to slow him up and to not foul him. Merlos was also back in defence for Park Place, but it was cute from Luquin Monteverdi, who switched to the near side after taking contact with Merlos. And despite the shot not being the most powerful, it was certainly good for accuracy, and the ball is across the line. 8-5. immediate whistle there. The two number 4s, both with their stick raised. Now Tommy's claiming that the swing was too big in the throw-in, is he? Let's have a look. The umpires have gone upstairs. Facundo wanted a 60. You could see that quite clearly by the way that he'd marched down the field, but he's been pulled back. The play adjudged to have been a bit stationary, and as a result he's going to get a penalty 5 hit from the spot. Pieris. Monteverde comes across. Tucked in behind is Ulloa. Hilario. Oh, he's got some momentum and he's gone past Beresford. He pulls the trigger. Oh, didn't execute that very well. Monteverde is well positioned, is he? Yes, he is. The whistle's gone. Let's see what the umpires decide here. Could well be Hilario was adjudged to not have been able to get back to the ball there, and he's come from left to right out in front of Monteverde. He was well positioned. It's going to be a penalty 5 from the spot to the whites. Luquin takes the knock-in, the penalty in the absence of both Tommy Beresford and Barto Castagnola, both changing ponies. Barto cuts back behind the pony of Merlos. Merlos comes back for another nibble. Facundo will have to yield. Tommy gets the block on him. Here comes Luquin, unchallenged. Decides to put a nice pass down towards Tommy Beresford, and that's beautifully read here by Tommy. Lovely bit of work between Monteverde and Beresford, who plucks that one out of the air. Is it Tommy Beresford in front of goal? This looks very good to me. Oh, he's across the face and wide. Well, he did everything right. Everything but score. Three minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the third. Facundo dropping in behind Hilario, and he'll be left the ball. Pieris picks it up now, fakes to go left, back to the right, and then shimmies back to the left, and he's lost Castagnola in the process. Here comes Facundo Pieris. Beresford shuffles across, decides to leave Pieris there to Castagnola, but still Facundo, and Andre Vorodin is out of the saddle. And let's have another look at the replay. I didn't actually catch it. In fact, Andre is off screen, so I haven't got the replay. Let's hope he's okay. He's up on his feet. That's the good news. Pony's okay, rider's okay. And it looks like he's going to be good to continue. Players nipping off to change their ponies during this medical timeout. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is our second match of the day, but we've got another absolute cracker coming up. We're going to shuffle across to Lawns 1 for our final match of the day, the 4 p.m. clash between King Power and Black Bears. And I can see a black bear down there making his way into the grandstand. Hi, Rob. Looking very, well, quietly confident. The ambulance still on the field here. Let's hope that Andre's okay. Looked like he was okay when he was walking about on the field just now. Doesn't seem to be too much concern for him. Enjoy the best of Polo. Download the new Polo Line TV app. You can get it on Google Play, or you can download from the App Store There's some people downloading it now, look. Are you downloading it, madam? I think she is. Enjoy the best from the world of polo. That's the Polo Line TV, the new app. Make sure you've got it on your smartphone or device. There's Ali Muzio wearing a t-shirt. Surprising. Obviously doesn't feel the cold. And there it is, the match that I've just mentioned up on the screen. King Power Black Bears. Looking forward to that one. That will be the conclusion of not just League A, but all of our league matches as we slide into the quarterfinals starting on Saturday the 15th. To be played this weekend, the quarterfinals of the British Open Gold Cup here at Cowdrey. Of course, the finals will be the following Sunday, but there's semi-finals on Wednesday and then Sunday the 23rd. Will be the grand final. So players just coming off the field. And the ball has been dropped down on the penalty 2 marker. So it looks like Andre Vorodin is coming out of the Park Place tent. He's got his helmet on and he's ready to do battle. Or is he? Helmet has come off again. Could be touch and go here. Andre Vorodin mounting up, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he is going to be good to continue. And he's making his way back onto the field. And he'll be happy to see that the ball has been put down on the 30-yard line. And it's going to be Facundo Pieris with a penalty 2 opportunity here. Looking to go back within 2 goals here of UAE. Umpire calls play. Pieris comes in at walk, looking for 6-8. Good contact, nice and straight, and a ripple of applause from the grandstand. Two minutes and 10 seconds remaining here until the first bell in this third chukker. Who's got it? Barto takes the contact there, and then a swing and a miss on the near side. Great reactions from Facu Pieris. Facu, a little bit of a miscontrol there as he hits that one back to Barto, and Barto can take it forward at pace. Being hunted down here by Facundo Pieris. big crunching ride-off. Look at the ride-off there between Beresford and Ochoa, and it's been turned around the corner. First to surface in defence here is Luquin Monteverde. Luquin with a little tap out to the right-hand side. Checks up. Merlos is there. He'll have to potentially yield. In fact, it's picked up now by Barto Castagnola. Barto, little wristy pass through the traffic, and he's got it through, and he's found Monteverde. Monteverde on the march here for UAE, up over the halfway line. He's looking up, and he's going to have to bring this one himself. He's got no one to hit to. Luquin reaching out, trying to get this ball under control. Oh, and he's left it behind, and he's left it for Facundo Pieris. Facu, show and go there on Monteverde, and he's absolutely flying around the corner here on the chestnut. Look at the skills here from Facu Pieris. Pieris now up to the 60-yard line, may pull the trigger from here, and he does. Hasn't got his angles right, and the ball is heading its way towards the back line and out of play. Loads of changes. Monteverde changes. Well, Facu was going to change, but he's aborted, and he's going to stay on this lovely chestnut. Here comes Tommy. 37 seconds remaining until the first bell here in the third. Beresford goes past Merlos, then eases the pony back to him. Big ride-off coming in from Merlos, who's done superbly well, and he's taken Tommy Beresford out of the play and left the ball here for Ochoa. Ochoa opens a little backhander up towards Facu Pieris. Pieris tried to thread that under the pony there of Tommy Beresford, but it's come ricocheting off and landed very favourably here for Luquin Monteverde. Monteverde downfield to Barto. Barto Castagnola now looking for an approach shot. Glances over his shoulder. Merlos is back hard. It's Barto Castagnola in the dying embers of the chukka. Flicks it towards goal. He's got it. What an important goal that could prove to be in the context of this match. A crucial time to score, and it is UAE, as we come to the end of the third, who've opened up a 3-goal advantage. It's 9-6. And there you have it. It's the final touch of the first half. Your chance to stretch your legs out on the field and do some treading in. A brilliant opening half to this match. It's UAE with the lead, 9-6.
Leagues are levelling up, and here we have highlights from the game. Luquin Monteverde plucking the ball out there and back in attempt, but there's enough spin on that ball to get through. Nico had a great game today. Nico with 4 goals, and here's one of them. Nico just popping that one through the middle there. Here's Beresford. Sorry, apologies. Castagnola with my favourite goal of the game, actually, putting that straight through the middle, probably about 100 yards out, I'd say, using the wind to his advantage. There's Beresford. Tommy Beresford coming forward here. Nico Elizalde getting the attempt up the hook there, but Monteverde cleaning up on the near side. Del Creel from 100 yards out as well, putting that through the middle, out the road end of the field. Here's Del Creel again. Geronimo really playing his socks out this season, just putting that one through 40 yards out, tapping it in. There's Luquin Monteverde coming forward here for UAE. Look at that, ball up in the air, not an issue at all. Coming straight through there. And Beresford, no, Castagnola, apologies. Just checking up. Putting the ball through the goal there. And Barto again on the attack here. So clinical out in front he can be. And here's Geronimo Del Creel just bringing the ball forward there. Hero with a great game, scoring 6 goals. Just finishing off that goal.
Some of the goals of the game. That was the early mistake by Ali Muzio. And that goal was very quick. I don't know what the clock says on that one, but a good score from Jovi Bay, who I thought had a really good game. Here's one from Garvey Bay, who went beyond Ali Muzio at pace and got the job done. Ben Capanello loves a chestnut, doesn't he? Ali Muzio, this was a nice goal. Found the pass, not only got the angle but also the distance, which allowed Polito Pieris to come in. He went beyond the last line of defence. Here's another pass from Ali. And it's the same combination. Muzio downfield. And Pieris going away from Benjamin Panelo. Was fine to take that and convert. Ringa putting that one on a plate for Jovi Bay, who once again was clinical in front of goal. Well, this was a mistake, wasn't it, from Garvey? Smashes it straight at Kaku Arajo, and Kaku spins the corner and says thank you very much. Lovely neck shot pass, and it was Polito once again who came through at pace, timing his run to perfection. And here he is again, going through the challenge. And then in the end, the pony hoofing the ball across the line. This was a nice one from Kaku, wasn't it? As stylish a swing as that. Very smooth. And there you have it, the final score. This is Ringa just showing us how it's done out of the air.
You're watching UAE versus Park Place. Enjoy it live on Kaudri TV.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Lawns 2, half-time in this scintillating clash between UAE and Park Place. As we go to images of Curly Smith. Chucker by chucker, look at that. UAE coming out of the traps like lightning, 4-0. They scored another 3 in the second, but Park Place coming back with 4 goals of their own. 7-4 at the end of that second chucker. And a very, very late goal in the third by Barto Castagnola. The final touch of that third chucker means that Park Place trail by 3 here at half-time. It's 9-6 to UAE. Kelly mounting up in the absence of Sheikha Metha. As you can see, not the best weather here today in Sussex. Feels like winter. Let's have a look at the stats. Field goals, 5-1 in favour of UAE. Throw-ins has been even Stevens, 8 apiece there. As to other fouls, 8 by both teams. Penalties, 4 out of 5 by the Whites. Just that one missed penalty by Tommy. 5 out of 5 from Facundo Pieris. And there's been no corners and no yellows in the game thus far. There's Barto, scorer of that late goal. Haiti Garros. Lukin. He's played well, Lukin. He's been sharp, he's been alert, and he's been working his socks off for the UAE team. Some of the crowd wrapped up nice and warm. There's Leela. Looks like she's going skiing. The wind is picking up. Temperature is not great. And certainly doesn't feel like summer, folks. Let's have a look at the horses for this one. Rufino Merlos on Gatita. L'Oreal underneath Hilario Ochoa. And Facundo Pires has Fina Sandy. Sponsored by Catalina. Kelly Smith on pieces. Lukin is out on bleach. And Barto bringing the power with Lollipop. And Tommy is out on Kenya. And is he? Yes, he is. I made a mistake in that last chukker. Our graphic was wrong. It looks like he's on Kenya now. So, looks like we're all set. Start of the second half. Hold on to your hats and fasten your seatbelts. The ball is in play, and it's popped out the back here for the goal scorer from that third chukker, Bartolomé Castagnola. Barto on Lollipop finds Kenya. And a mistake by myself. The graphic was wrong in the last chukker. Looks like Tommy Beresford is now out on Kenya, and they're bringing the big guns out here in the fourth UAE, and it's Beresford who's going beyond. Ochoa, he wants the foul there for the follow-through, but it looked okay from Tommy. Didn't quite get the contact on the ball that he wanted, though, and it's picked up here by Facundo Pires. Pires going beyond Tommy Beresford. The long arms of Tommy coming back and getting the hook in, but Ochoa is well positioned. And Hilario will bring it forward here for Park Place. Up over the halfway line. Goes past Beresford. Ochoa. Still got to get past Castagnola. Goes out to the right-hand side, and then we'll try and work the under the neck shot. No, he can't now. He's got contact there with Beresford, so he brings it around the corner and tries to straighten up on goal. Still Hilario Ochoa. Good skills here from him. Flicks it back. Lovely little flick back towards Faco Pires. Pires opens up and shoots. It's close. Oh, look at Luquín Monteverde. An incredible save and out of the air there by Monteverde. And Monteverde goes for the full swing. And did Facundo Pires park himself in the wrong place? Well, it was brilliant by Ochoa. The flick back pass towards Facundo, and Facundo didn't do anything wrong. He was patient, he waited for the space to open up, and he threaded that through towards goal, but Monteverde was waiting for it. And not only did he read it, but he executed the defence absolutely brilliantly, and he's earned his side a penalty from the centre of the field. It's a 5B to the white shirts of UAE. Here comes Tommy. This is Kenya, read by Andrea Vianini, out of Lobos, from La Concepcion. of Tommy's favourites, if not his favourite. Weaving left and then right. Gets the jump there on Merlos, who comes in with a big ride-off. He's done well there, Merlos. Oh, look at that from Tommy Beresford, who went for a bizarre flick on the near side of his pony, under his pony's tail. But Luquin Monteverde was well positioned as Park Place tried to get that one around the corner. Whistle's gone. Beresford has changed. Kenya will come back out later if needed, no doubt. And in his absence, Barto has teed the ball up here, also riding a lovely dark bay, Lollipop. But he's passed over the responsibilities from the spot here to the tall man at the back. Here comes Beresford, looking for double figures here for UAE. Tommy opens up and he drives it low and hard and into the fencing up on the top of the hill. And another one for Beresford from the spot. And the difference once again is 4. Remember, the winners go straight to the quarterfinals. Whoever does not win this match, well, their destiny is in the lap of the gods, really, because they're going to have to rely on a result in the next match between King Power and Black Bears. More about those connotations later. It's Pieris nudging it systematically down the field from the throw-in. He's been told to take it himself by Ulshoa. And then, oh, look at this as he overcut it. Oh, absolutely fizzed that ball, didn't he? But he got too much on the cut. And it's spun across the face of goal and gone wide right. Possession back to UAE. Here comes Tommy. Takes the tap. Merlos comes across. Oh, look at that. An uncharacteristic mistake there by Tommy Beresford. It may have done him a favour. Has it? No. Look at Andre Vorodin. Well, well, well. Well, that's an extraordinary passage of play. Not just for the miss by Tommy. May well have got a bad bounce in his defence, but did he rush the set play a little bit? But then, of course, brilliantly read by Andre Vorodin, and he's earned his side a penalty and a chance to once again eat into that UAE lead. Here comes Facundo Pieris. It's good enough. Goal judge likes it, and so do Park Place and all of their supporters. It's 10 goals to 7. Barto barking some orders at his troops as they come back to the throw, and that one's gone through the lot. Ulshoa takes the contact there with Beresford and then leaves the ball here for Facundo Pieris. Pieris now with a chance to try and launch another wave of attack here for Park Place. Vorodin has gone long. Barto comes in for the steal, but Facundo Pieris was equal to it, and he's gone through the challenge there of Castagnola. Tuck back pass here towards Ulshoa. Ulshoa now with a little pocket of space. He's just got Monteverde to beat. It's Hilario Ulshoa looking for 10-8. Ulshoa, he's got it. Back-to-back goals for the Blues. And they're within touching distance again. They're not going to lie down here, folks. It's 10-8. And this time it's Facundo Pieris with some rallying encouragement for his team as they come back to the throw-in. They're all up for this. Tommy. Appealing for the foul there was Pieris, but he just got out-muscled and out-hustled, and he ain't going to get anything for that. Vorodin is on this if he can get there. No, he's not. Beresford comes in, and Tommy got there, picked up the line, and, well, let's see what the umpires decide. Just having a look at the replay there. Thought that Andre first to surface, but in the end, wasn't quite right. The ball's been marched down to the penalty 4 spot, and it's going to be Luquin Monteverde who's going to have to tee the ball up because he's got his whole team are changing. Whoa, and his pony doesn't look that comfy for teeing the ball up. Bit of a high hole silver. Barto and Tommy are back. Beresford's just going to have to accept the teeing up. He's not going to be given a chance to have another touch of the ball. So he's going to compose himself here and try and restore a 3-goal advantage. It's low, it's a bit grubby, but it's gone through over the stick of Ulloa and it beat Pieris on the goal line. And it wasn't his best penalty, but he won't give one iota. It's across the line and they all count. It's 11-8. Back to centre. Who's got it? Facundo. Out of the air, Pieris. Waiting for Ulloa to slide past there with Monteverde. And then he dances out to the left-hand side and finds a little bit of space. Nice work here by Facundo Pieris. He's just got Barto to beat. Ulloa comes in for another block. And Facundo with a swing and a miss on the bouncing ball. But Vorodin is well positioned. Andre Vorodin has nudged it down towards goal. Oh, Beresford reaching out with those octopus-like limbs of his, and he's got that near-side backhander away from the goal mouth. Picked up by Monteverde, who crunches it long towards Castagnola. Castagnola trying to get away from Merlos. Flicks it away from the young Merlos, and he's up over the halfway line. Here comes Barto Castagnola, out to the left-hand side, but absolutely steaming down the field. Castagnola looking for the cut shot. Oh! Well, can you believe it? He's missed it. Extraordinary stuff here on Lawns. 11-8 the score. Massive sigh of relief here for Facundo Pieris. But he can't believe his luck. Pass goes out towards Facu. Oh, look at that on their head-to-head. Tommy's coming through the traffic. And a whistle as Hilario came across to try and put the hook on Tommy Beresford. The umpires didn't like it. Well, the knock-in was not the one of their dreams, was it? And they made a right meal of it. Beresford with the ball at his feet, teeing this one up and licking his lips in the process, because this will give them a 4-goal lead. Practice swings here for Tommy Beresford. It's hard, it's straight, and he's got the score. There's less than a minute remaining here in this 4th chukker. And once again, the difference is 4 goals. Ball's in play. Beresford goes near side. Charged down there by Facundo Pieris, who's waiting for some support. Barto comes across. Facu slows it down, brings it back in field. Ulloa is going downfield for the pass. Can he get away from Monteverde? I think Facu's going to continue to bring this. He doesn't have an awful lot of options thus far. And he's been nudged out of the way, and UAE have got possession of the ball here in the hands of Bartolomé Castagnola. Barto, swing and a miss from him, turning sharply. Look at the turn of the pony there of Pieris. Extraordinary around the corner. And Facu is in here and he's straightening up and bearing down on goal. He's working it left and then right through the traffic. Can he muscle his way past Barto? He's got a near side shot here. Takes the hook on Monteverde, brings it around the corner. It's still Pieris. And Barto went near side, but surely that was not the best call. You look at the replay. And indeed, that looks like it is the end of the fourth chukker, ladies and gentlemen. Players coming off. And yeah, we can give them an applause. Why not? Absolutely brilliant game. Grandstand's loving it. We're all loving it. It's 12 goals to 8 in favour of the Whites. Competition. They're not out of it yet. They may need some results to go their way. Let's have a look at some of the goals. That was early doors, wasn't it? Out of the traps there was Rashid Awadi. Wonderful little flick. Got there ahead of Crespo. Ben Salon. Space opened up. And he just got that little simple flick. Here's Heta. He scored 10 goals in the match. Missed that short-range penalty. Well, it's a short-range 60-yarder to get his 11th. And here he is on the run. Making very difficult moves look easy.
Oh my God.
Here's a long ranger. He scored 2 or 3 of those. Have a bit of that. Elisaldi also from range. This was a nice one from Fran. This time a running goal. Final score 13-8. Suzanne Laulé.
You're watching UAE versus Park Place. Enjoy it live on Kaudri TV.
So welcome back. Welcome back to Lawns 2. This brilliant match between UAE and Park Place. So of course the winner of this match will go straight through into a quarter-final. Just going to give you the different connotations of the outcome of what's going on. La Magdalena through, 12 Oaks are out. The winner of Park Place versus UAE are into the quarters. The losers either go out or into a penalty shootout, depending on how the result goes between Black Bears and Park Place, and King Power, should I say. So that's a very important result after this match. If King Power win, they're in. If Black Bears win, there's a penalty shootout between Black Bears, King Power, and the loser of this match. That's how it's all working out. So it's not just about this one, it's about the next one as well. And we're just waiting for one player to rejoin the action. Here comes Merlos. We're going to start with a penalty 2. And it is Facundo Pierres who's teed the ball up in front of the sticks. He strokes it through. And he's starting this 5th chukker with a goal for Park Place. It's 12 goals to 9. Comes off the cane of Monteverde. Merlos is there. So too is Castagnola. Takes the contact there with Pieris. Barto gets some help there from Tommy, who puts in a good block there on Facundo Pieris and gives his teammate a little bit of space to bring this one forward unchallenged. Barto fizzes one downfield because he sees Monteverde has found up a little pocket of space there, and he's down inside the 40-yard line. Here comes Monteverde. Ulloa across. Nice bit of skills there from Lukin, who's weaving left, right, and then back again. But he's lost possession of the ball. Merlos with the backhander. Monteverde back in defence this time. Ulloa trying to get on the end of that. Oh, look at that from Lukin, and he's found his teammate. Here comes Barto. Barto is in on goal. It's Barto Castagnola. He's got the score. Well, it was fairly simple in the end. It was an open backhander. Well executed by Monteverde. And in the end, Barto, with some good anticipation, had outturned the defence, and they were never going to catch him from there. He restores the 4-goal cushion. It's 13-9. Fakul has it. Tommy's called out. Pieris. Miscontrol from him. Oh, he's got a little bit of a break from the pony, who's hoofed it back to him. And he's still in possession here. Facundo Pieris trying to work it away from Beresford and Monteverde. Still Fakul. Good ride-off coming in there from Lukin. But Ulloa has it. Hilario. Maybe told to get on with it here, and he does. He shoots, and he scores. Brilliant from Ulloa from range. And Castagnola was back there. He had a little waft at that on the near side, trying to stop that and deflect it. But he couldn't get bat on ball. And both teams exchanging blows here in the fifth. Been told here by Barto to stop and bring it inside, and he's done the exact opposite. He's gone around the outside. Oh, look at the ride-off there. The two number twos coming together, but, well, the speed didn't look good, and it didn't look like he was shoulder to shoulder either. Penalty, rightly so, going in favour of UAE. And it's going to be a penalty two. How many penalty twos have we had in this game? Another very high scoring match in this British Open. Tommy's circling around here looking for number 14. He cranks it, it's high, it's straight, and it's over the top of the fencing and up into the car park on the hill. Beresford, once again, clinical from the spot. Well, just when Park Place dragged themselves within a couple of goals, UAE score and go away from them again, and it's Lukin Monteverde. Two number twos coming together again. Nicely read this time by Merlos, who comes around and gets the ball away from Lukin. Lukin with a challenge. And a loud blast from Peter Wright. Here's the replay. Came across there to get the hook. May well have popped out in front of the man behind, as well as coming across the back of Merlos' horse. It's a penalty 4. And a chance here for Facundo Pieris to score again from 60 yards. Facundo circling around on this chestnut, looks like a rocking horse. How comfy does that look? it's low. It's a quick swing, and he's tugged it. He's turned it, snapped it out to the right-hand side. Well, it's the kind of chance he has to take, especially with the scoreline as it is, but that one has slipped by. Possession back to Tommy Beresford here. Barto breaks out to the left and wants the under the next shot pass. Plenty of space here for Castagnola. Launches it. Luquin's on the end of this, and Luquin Monteverde, whoa, what a terrible bounce. It gripped the field as it landed that ball, and it took Monteverde out of the play, and Park Place have possession back here in the form of Facundo Pieris. Pieris coming through there, having got some protection from Merlos. Luquin. Oof, more luck than judgment. Facu's got it back. Still Pieris. Systematically nudging it down the field and then launching it. This is going to be close. Is it leaking out to the left-hand side? Scrambling back in defence here is Castagnola. The ball's going to stay in play, so Barto forced to play that open backhander away from the danger zone and across the face of his own goal. Here comes Tommy. Blocked out of it. First to show is Merlos. He's done well here, Rufino. Park Place trying to drive this one through the defence. And it's been robbed by Luquin Monteverde, and he's got the ball back here from Barto. Luquin on the march on the far side of the field. Big challenge coming in there from Ulloa, and the ball has popped out of play. So possession back to the Blues. 8-second count from the umpire. Ball's dropped down. It's going to be Facundo Pieris. Facu. Has he shown too much of that to Luquin? Well, Luquin had a nibble, but it looked like he was reaching back to have that nibble. The ball didn't come past his stirrup, and the umpires didn't like it. Didn't have the momentum. And it's a penalty in favour of Park Place, and a frustrating one for UAE to give away. Ball just flying back off the pony of Monteverde. So not the defensive play he was looking for, and he's given Facundo Pieris another penalty too here. He shoots, he scores, 14-11. Not an awful lot of time remaining here as Tommy Beresford comes in and reaches out, throws one of those long arms down at the ball, and he's dabbed it away here from Facu Pieris. Tommy still on the power play on the far side of the field. This is brilliant from Beresford. Can he get to that? Merlos comes in with the ride-off. Beresford is there. And good work from Merlos in defence. Clock well inside the last minute of the fifth. Enough time to get the ball back in play. Certainly enough time for another goal here. Will it be the Blues at the far end of the field? Facundo chops one out towards Hilario. Ulloa breaking hard. Then he tries to outrun Castagnola. Puts the brakes on again. Facundo is tucked in behind. But it's been well marked there by Luquin, so Ulloa's bringing this one forward himself. He's up over the halfway line and into enemy territory. A little show and go there on Tommy Beresford. This is good from Hilario Ulloa. Still in possession of the ball for Park Place. He's down into the corner. And he's going to have to get his skates on. There's not an awful lot of time left. Centres it now, and he's found a little bit of space. Still Hilario puts the hammer down and tries to go past Barton. Oh, look at the horse from Castagnola. Absolutely took off out of the traps and got him back into position. Ulloa's reversed it and put it back into a dangerous place. And Park Place right up in front of goal. It's going to be Park Place at the end of the fifth. And what an important goal that could prove to be. A roar from the Park Place corner of the field with the final touch of the fifth. And the Blues have scored again. It's 14-12 at the break.
max power. I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, I don't know, faster than ever. If I ever lose, I don't know, bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster, come bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
You're watching UAE. Versus Park Place, enjoy it live on Kaudri TV.
Well, welcome back to everybody on the live stream, tuned in, dialed in for this fascinating contest between these two great teams. We've got thousands of people watching from across the Polo globe, and they're enjoying the action as we come to the start of the sixth chukker. Kaylee Smith just called out of the middle of the throw-in. Bull's in. Lukin. Barto has a little nibble at that, but leaves it behind. Lukin Monteverde will switch to the offside, but he's been hunted down and had the ball pinched off him here by Facundo Pieris. Massive ride-off coming in from Monteverde. Picked up now by Ulshoa, who comes around the corner here for Park Place, trying to launch an attack from the halfway line. Ulshoa. Oh, it's been robbed there by Barto. Barto needed to go near side. Don't think he's heard the whistle. He has now. Facundo Pieris was flying across the pitch there. And Barto Castagnola, after a really good steal from Hilario Ulshoa, was adjudged to have needed a near side play, and rightly so. It's going to be a penalty 5 spot hit to the Blues. They need to score next and put some pressure on, and Pieris has possession of the ball. He's over the halfway line. Facundo gets past Monteverde. Barto comes across. Still Facu, ball bouncing around, and he's having to just keep possession himself here and hope that his teammates can get in some blocks. Picked up now by Hilario. In fact, no, it's still Facu on the turn. Pieris, miscontrol from him. Ulshoa joins the party. Pieris. Ulshoa, and a whistle as Monteverde came steaming down the line with his stick raised. Tense moments here in the sixth. And Pieris showing his disgust in the penalty 5, awarding here to UAE. Tommy's off his horse. And he's picking something up from the field. Looks like we've lost a shoe on the pony of Tommy Beresford. The umpire's giving an all-made change. Just to take you back to how these leagues are looking, just a quick recap, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have joined us late on the live stream. The winner of this match straight into the quarters. The loser could go out or potentially to a penalty shootout, depending on the result between King Power and the Black Bears. If King Power win, they're in. If the Bears win, it's a penalty shootout between Black Bears, King Power, and the loser of this match. Looks like we're all good to go. Tommy has remounted. It's a spot hit to the Whites. Tense moments here in the sixth. Kaylee Smith is back, and Tommy's coming in to get us back underway. Merlos waits. Beresford with a couple of taps. Barto dropping in behind. Gives Tommy the confidence to run this one, and he's run it up over the halfway line. Lukin trying to get on the end of this. He's called off it by Beresford, who plucks that one out of the air. Beresford trying to get back to the ball, but he's not going to do so. Ulshoa is there, well positioned in defence here for Park Place. Hilario being tracked and hunted down by Lukin Monteverde. Big ride-off. Too big a ride-off. And the umpires didn't like it. Let's see what they decide here. We were actually unsighted. It's Hilario. And it was in fact the ride-off from Monteverde across the front there. Didn't like the contact, so it's a penalty 5 now Teams exchanging penalty fives, spot hits. This time it's Park Place deep inside their own half. Next goal is so huge in this game. Faku finding some space. Little flick back, and Hilario's done well because he was almost too close to that, and he got challenged there by Tommy, and a stumble by the Tommy. And Tommy Beresford with a great bit of riding and a great recovery from both him and his horse. Let's hope he's okay. Well, he is hobbling. Let's hope that's not a groin. It was a great recovery from both horse and rider because they were almost on their noses. Looks like he's okay, the tall man. He's going to go and get some treatment, get that pony checked. And we just pray that he's good to continue. Certainly the pony looks, if anything, better than Tommy as they're walking off the field. Tommy looking a little bit ginger. Not moving that freely, but seems to be walking it off. Faku comes across and has his say. Looks like Tommy is good to continue, and he's back on a fresh mount. And what have we got here? We've got a drop ball, clear possession blue, or is it a roll-in? It's a clear possession blue, and possession will go back to Facundo Pieris. Facu takes the tap, Monteverdi comes across. Ulloa is tucked in behind. White is called out. Hilario leaves it for Facundo. Very late call there from Pieris, but a good leave from Ulloa. Ulloa's gone beyond Monteverdi. Now he's looping back to join Facundo Pieris, who is working this one through the field. Still Facundo. It's a little bit grubby, but he's still got it. Pieris realizes how important this next goal is, and he doesn't want to let go of the ball unless it's through the goal. Facundo still there, and he shoots. Where's it gone? He's missed it. A wristy, quick reflex shot towards goal once he saw the space open up, but he's pushed it wide to the right. The rain coming down here at the lawns. It's a miserable summer's day, no doubt about that, but the Polo is certainly keeping us warm. It's been brilliant by these two teams. Here comes Beresford. Leaves it there for Castagnola. Dancing out to the left-hand side and trying to find some space there is Barto. And look at the pass down to Luquin. Luquin now being challenged. Great recovery there from Hilario, who got the near side backhander in. Oh, look at that. Barto on the turn there. In fact, it was Facundo Pieris back in defence. It was Ulloa who was turning, and he got collected on the corner there. And the umpires didn't like it. Well, brilliant horse from Pieris to get back in defence. It looked like Monteverdi had all the momentum and was gone. But Pieris came flying back. And this penalty, well, it's huge. Looks like a penalty 3, 40-yard attempt here. Facundo has changed. And he's teeing the ball up here as the wind and the rain come across the field here. Facundo composes himself. Pieris goes high, he goes straight. The goal judge likes it, the umpire likes it, the score is good, and the difference is just one, ladies and gentlemen. Park Place have clawed their way back into the match. It's 14-13. Some of the grandstand are taking cover. I can't believe they're taking cover. Not with this going on. It's brilliant. Monteverdi's out there. He goes near side. Lukin opens the backhander up. Picked up by Hilario. Ulloa leaves it here for Pieris, who's been so good in possession today. Facundo, hasn't he? Really taken the responsibility, and he unleashes that one down into the path of Ulloa, and Ulloa will bring this around the corner. Is he going to be hooked out of it by Beresford? Kaylee Smith's there. She finds a very important cut shot across the field and down towards the boards. Barto puts the brakes on, weaving right and then left again. Gets away here from Facundo Pieris and then smashes it downfield, and he's found Tommy Beresford. Tommy is turning into space here on the chestnut, and Beresford has launched it high and up over the halfway line. Tommy Beresford on the counter-attack here for UAE. Lukin Monteverdi has gone downfield for the pass, but Beresford will surely put the brakes on and retain possession himself. He's gone past Merlos, he brings it back in field. Beresford now just got... he's got to get past Pieris, and he hasn't done so. Here comes Facundo around the corner, back in possession here for Park Place. Pieris dancing out to the left and then back to the right, trying to escape the attentions of Lukin Monteverdi. Here comes Facundo Pieris, and he's got some space and some time. Little miscontrol, but he's got Ulloa tucked in behind, and the two 10-goal players are working it through the midfield here for Park Place. Wonderful stuff from Ulloa. Barto comes across as the last line of defence, and he wants the whistle, but it looked like he put it straight at him, and play will continue. Here comes Facundo Pieris. Pieris about 65 out, finds a pocket of space, he shoots. Where's that gone? Oh, he's missed it. Well, it was a massive chance in the end. They worked it so well. And Hilario Ulloa desperately trying to get a free change there. And the umpires have blown the whistle as the weather here turns slightly biblical. And it's frightened off some of our crowd from the grandstand, but not all of them. The diehards are still here. Well, what an extraordinary game it's been, and it's certainly not finished yet. All the players gone off to change. I make it 1 minute and 19 seconds here on the Polo line clock, but I think there's more time than that, judging by the Cowdrey clock over there. Looks like there's almost 1.5 remaining, judging by their clock. It's going to be a knock into the whites. Everyone's changed. Get ready. Here comes Tommy. Well, they were going to start, but they've gone off. I think Barto's going to change now. Barto is off his horse, and he's getting some sort of attention down in the corner there. Not quite sure what's going on there for Barto Castagnola, but meanwhile the rest of us are getting wet. Come on. He's back on board. We make it 2 minutes on the clock. We make it 2 minutes. As Beresford brings the ball back into play. A tap and a whack, and he's found Castagnola, who's absolutely steaming down the field. Picks up a half volley. Absolutely brilliant from Barto. And Barto is flying downfield, but so too is Facundo Pieris. Facu goes to the offside, takes the hook, gets man and ball, leaves it here for Hilario. Another attack coming in here from Park Place, who are desperate to equalise. There is enough time, of course there is. It's Facundo Pieris, looking to make this possession count in a goal. He's gone past one. That's Castagnola. Conditions very difficult for Facundo Pieris, but he's back in play with a well-timed ride-off. Fakul up over the halfway line and into enemy territory. Still going. Beresford goes near side. Chops one out towards the boards. And Lukin is there. And Monteverdi's done well. Lukin around the corner. Swing and a miss, but it doesn't matter. Have no fear. Tommy is here. Beresford goes long and down the boards. It's huge. It's like a golf shot. Where's that gone? It's stayed in play. And Pieris will be the recipient of possession here, deep inside his own half, tucked in on the boards. There's still time. One more wave of attack surely coming in here from Park Place. Tucked in behind is Ushoa. Truck and trailer stuff here from the two 10-goalers for Park Place. And it's Ushoa on the far side of the field who has possession. Fakul desperately trying to get away from Monteverdi. Flick back pass towards Pieris. That's cute from Ushoa. Pieris is back in possession of the ball here, and it's Facundo Pieris. 60 yards, 65, 70 yards inside enemy territory, still working it forward. It's slow, but he's gone through the traffic and he's got to get past Beresford. Still Pieris. Oh, a miscontrol. A miscontrol. The Blues want the whistle, but it's Castagnola who has the ball on the far side of the field, and Barto has crunched it long. Is that going to stay in play? It is. Still they're going, the Blues. They don't want to lie down, but they're going to have to get on with it. There can't be long left. Good hook coming in from Beresford, and Beresford has got man and ball, and Tommy Beresford is escaping here on Kenya. He glances over his shoulder. He sees that Lukin Monteverdi is tucked in behind. A miscontrol from Tommy. Lukin nudges it back to Tommy Beresford. Beresford, anywhere down there will do. He won't care that the ball has gone wide, because UAE have run out the winners here against Park Place. Absolutely brilliant. Well, what a game of polo. Hats off to everybody involved. All 8 of them. Park Place for their dogged determination to hang on in there after a terrible start. They were 4-0 down at the end of the first, but they didn't give up on it. And they battled and scrapped for every single inch of that lawns pitch. And perhaps rather unfortunate in the end that there has to be a loser, but it is UAE who have defeated Park Place here 14-13. Let's have a look at the chukker by chukker. You can see that it was the Whites who had that wonderful start. 4-zip at the end of the first. They were 7-4 up after 4 goals from Park Place in the second. 9-6 was the lead at half-time to UAE. They were 12-8. They'd restored that 4-goal advantage by the end of the fourth. And then you see the gap narrowing there. 14-12 by the end of that 5th chukker. And they just about hung on in there. Only 1 goal in that 6th. It went to Park Place, but they needed 2. Incredible scenes here at Cowdrey. What a brilliant game of polo. We were expecting a good one, but that was a joy to watch. It had it all. UAE will be absolutely ecstatic down there. Barto getting a hug or two. Kaylee Smith's down there. She's embracing. Lukin is probably down there. That looks like Lucedo, his #1 fan. His younger bro, who is everything UAE. Field goals, 6-4 in favour of the Whites. Throw-ins shaded by UAE, 15-14 in their favour. Also the fouls, they committed 15 and Park Place 14. Quite a lot of whistles in the game. There were a lot of penalty twos. 8 out of 9 penalties converted by Tommy Beresford. 9 out of 10 by Facundo Pieris. There were no corners and no yellows in the match. And that's us done for this one, but we're going to shuffle across to Lawns 1, where we've got another absolute belter in prospect. King Power Black Bears.